Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The dictatorial tendencies of William Ruto government is getting out of hand. Even the institutions that have always been seen to be supporting them are getting tired because there is a limit to everything. Today, William Ruto has succeeded in setting up the judiciary against the police. In fact, there is an altercation between Martha Koome and Japhet Koome. A while ago today, the judiciary was put on the spot because Babu Wino, who was arrested yesterday, was in court today and he was given a bail of 100,000 Kenya shillings. Now the police under the KK administration had decided that they did not want to let go of Babu Wino. They didn't want to give him the freedom that had been allowed by the court. Because when the police arrested Babu Wino, they took him to court. Now they wanted to detain him further, I think, so that he could spend a whole weekend there. And the courts had decided that they didn't see any sufficient reasons why Babu should be detained. And so he was given a bail. So in the process of trying to ensure that they apprehend, because it was apprehended immediately after it was let loose by the courts. In the process, the police really harassed the journalists who were capturing and reporting what was happening. This really exposed the judiciary. In fact, they chased the lawyers, those who are representing Babu. They even chased the family members who are trying to acquire, to pay the 100,000 Kenya shillings cash bail. And this was really embarrassing. We really stooped low. The lawyer that was representing Babu Wino really called on the judiciary, the president of the judiciary, Madam Martha Koome. And it was like, where is Martha Koome? Why do you allow the state to capture the judiciary? What is happening? And I think Madam Martha Koome decided that enough is enough, and she has really reacted. Take a look of what happened so that we can see the reaction of Madam Martha Koome.
Somebody who was within the jurisdiction of the court, somebody which the court has admitted to bail, has been whisked away even without processing the bail. You can imagine where we are degenerating to. Where is the Chief Justice in this country? Where is the Chief Justice? Where is Honorable Martha Koome? Why are you allowing this to happen? Why are you allowing the courts to be defiled by police officers and by the state? Where is Maina Jenga?
So this forced the judiciary to react, and I think they wanted to save their image because the actions that took place really attracted a lot of condemnation from the public, and they really put judiciary on notice. So this is what Madam Koome said. Press statement, the judiciary press statement, harassment of journalists at Milimani Law Courts. And it said that the attention of the judiciary has been drawn to a video clip circulating in sections of media showing uniformed police officers harassing journalists who were covering a story at the Milimani Law Courts. The judiciary espouses the principles of transparency, civic participation, and accountability. Unless otherwise directed, the judiciary does not bar the media from covering cases within its precincts. The judiciary believes that media presence in court denotes permanent civic vigilance over the exercise of judicial authority, which is delegated to the judiciary by the Kenyan people. Freedom of the media is secured under Article 34 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. We condemn in the strongest terms any harassment of the media in their line of duty anywhere, and particularly within court precincts. We expect all persons, especially our justice sector partners, to exhibit the highest standards of conduct in our courtrooms and within court precincts. The conduct of all justice actors must at all times promote and uphold the rule of law and build public confidence in the justice system. The judiciary reaffirms its commitment to upholding media freedom, the right of journalists, and the rule of law. Yes, and the rule of law. Directorate of Public Affairs and Communication, Judiciary. Ladies and gentlemen, this statement sounds very nice to the ears. But let me just take you to someone who calls himself Habana. He reacted to this statement this way. So what about the lawyers not being able to process bail as directed by the courts? This statement is not directed to the public. And then he says, the other person here says, Kenya judiciary, a good move, but what are you going to do about it? Is the statement enough, or it's just a gimmick to massage the public? Shouldn't justice be served? Aren't we going back to the dark days of guard media and toothless judiciary? Someone is also asking, what of the accusations of harassment of lawyers by police within the court precincts and the parading of accused persons after court hours to face charges? This should not be allowed. It is reminiscent of the dark days of Kano. Kindly respond to this. Let me just read the last one. This is such a lame statement. I could go on and on. So many Kenyans who had reacted to the earlier occurrences are telling Madam Koome that this statement is meant to massage the public because there were serious issues that were supposed to be looked into. The courts or the judge had pronounced himself and directed that Babu Owino procures a bail so that he can walk free. But then the Kenya police decides that they take control of the judiciary. They came there with the tear gas canisters, with the rungus, and they chased journalists away. They even chased the lawyers and the relatives of Babu Owino. And in effect, Babu was not able to procure a bail. I mean, apart from just giving us statements, are they addressing the serious issues? Because we are going back to the dark days, like someone says. A court will order something and then nothing happens. No one will obey court orders. But then, this is not the first time. I remember when they directed that the William Ruto and his 50 CSS that they had denied green light, they continue to be in office. I mean, that is what they are. And Madam Martha Koome must really do something to gain the confidence of the people, because the judiciary has been labeled a captured animal. They are dancing to the tune of the executive. Let them get serious about what is happening in the country. Because I told you earlier that the main reason why William Ruto has now decided to run riot on the opposition, to arrest each and every person, the police are killing people on the street, is because they want to silence people. Once they silence, the next thing, we have a court ruling about Omutata case. And this is a case that is at the heart of William Ruto. I can assure you that they will do anything and everything. Once they have intimidated the public, the judiciary will also be intimidated, and they are going to rule in favor of William Samoei Ruto. The next step, once they have silenced everyone, they are going to silence the media. The media has of late come under attack from the KK administration because they expose the rot in the government. They expose when someone has been detained. They expose when someone has been in cells for more than 24 hours. And if they also succeed in capturing the media, then everything will be gone. Because it is the media that will help Kenyans understand what is happening. And this will include the social media. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the judiciary must do more than just releasing statements. They need to go deeper and explain what they are going to do about court orders that are not being obeyed, about lawyers who are going to obey, to undertake the ruling of the courts, and they are being chased away. They must, beyond the statements that are being released, tell us what they are going to do about journalists who are being harassed. I saw some journalist was even pushed and he fell down. He could be injured in the process. The machines that they have are very expensive, could be destroyed in the process. I remember in the first demonstrations, some of their gadgets were really destroyed. Our main savior as we are today is the judiciary, because the executive has captured parliament. William Ruto bought all the parliamentarians. Even in the case that is lying in court, those who would have helped were the parliamentarians, but they failed us. So if we imagine that even the courts are not helping us, then we are gone. We are gone. The statements have come from the judiciary, and I know Madam Martha Koome did this so that she can be seen as someone who is not just sleeping. But we need to have mechanisms to guard each and every person, and the courts must be independent. How I wish that we had an independent court and an independent judiciary that does not dance to the tune of the executive. I'm afraid that we are facing this Omutata case, and we might lose it because of the intimidation that we see. Because of lack of independence, the courts do not want to exercise their autonomy. Such kind of atrocities, such kind of intimidation, I understand they were there during the Nyayo era, and they are coming back. You all know that Kalonzo, we were told, has been detained. You all know that we are being told that Mainanjenga is nowhere to be seen. You know that people are being harassed everywhere. The country is going to the dark days, and William Ruto has decided. It is the courts that will help us. And Madam Martha Koome, wherever you are, please rise up to be counted, because you are the last hope. We know that we had the rulings like hot air and wild goose chase, but please, just once more, rise up and help Kenyans.